He nicks me, and I go flying off my bike 6 feet, so I hit the edge of his car.
Can I see the police report? Somebody has a police report.
I've got the police report.
I'd like to see it, please. Where had you been surfing?
Huntington Beach Pier.
What time of the day or night did this happen?
Around 4:30.
4:30 in the afternoon?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Heenan. I'll hear you.
I was in turn lane, right here, just waiting for oncoming traffic to pass. I needed to turn left, and then I didn't see Sean until he struck my vehicle on the right side.
And his vehicle had the right of way because he was going straight, right?
Correct.
I mean, this was an accident.
It was an accident.
Take your hands out of your pockets. It's
Oh,
an
sorry.
accident. It's not an on purpose. It's an accident.
Yes.
So what kind of damages did you have, Mr. Rhodes?
My bike was bent. Like, you can't even replace the frame because it's bent.
Okay.
And my surfboard was damaged. My wetsuit was damaged in a place in the back of the shoulder right here. And to sew that up, it's in a seam with so much movement, it'll just break again. My scar, I have a scar right there from the damage. And my ankle was for a few days because I landed. I was barefooted. And
Together, it was a terrible accident.
yeah.
Show me where you were when you first saw the defendant's car.
Well, it was right here.
And did you watch it?
I watched it come, and then I'm coming closer and closer each time. And I swerve off.
So you
to the
saw
right.
him. So you saw.
I saw him, yes.
And
I tried to avoid the.
well, you
collision.
could have stopped.
Yeah.
If you weren't going too fast. Right? Okay, so let me see the bill for your bicycle. So you need a new bicycle
Yep.
because it says it can't be fixed. What else?
My surfboard, it was damaged on the tail. It was a wetsuit. In my wetsuit,
How much did you pay for the wetsuit?
I paid $170.
What else?
And then my scar, got my scar for the injuries and suffering. That's about it.
Okay, we've got
That's it.
$200 for the new bicycle that Mr. Heenan knows that he's got to pay for. Got $170 for the wetsuit. Did you see a doctor?
No, I did not.
It's got banged up a little bit.
Yes.
When this whole thing happened, what did you do, Mr. Heenan?
Well, as soon as the plaintiff hit the side of my car, I stopped and began to phone the police. And then the police and the ambulance and the fire department came, and I waited around for them. And after the police saw the scene, they came up to me and they saw that I was pretty shooken up because I was pretty upset about the whole deal. So it's not like I do that often. So the police reassured me that it wasn't my fault, or they told me that it was just an accident, and it happens a lot down at the beach with kids riding on their bikes and whatnot. He just got my story and took the account of what happened and then sent me on my way.
Okay. When for the first time did you hear from the plaintiff's father?
Probably about maybe 2-3 weeks later.
Tell me about that conversation.
Well, the first conversation was him asking for pretty much an exorbitant amount of money, which to me was like, it was like $800, because he said his son was like a semi-professional surfer and he had an expensive wetsuit, and his classic Schwinn was like $600 or something like that. He kept asking me for this amount of money, and I told him that I didn't think that was fair, for one, and for two, that I didn't think it was my fault to pay for it. So that was basically the end of the conversation.
Did you hear from him again?
I got a letter in the mail from an acquaintance or something like that, a lawyer friend of his, asking for $1,000 for damages. I disregarded that letter.
Do you have a copy of the
No.
letter? Do you have a
I
copy
do.
of the letter? I'd like to see it, please. Now you can stand up, Mr. Rhodes. In this letter, this lawyer friend of yours indicates that the matter can be put to rest for $1,000 to replace the bicycle and compensate Sean for his injuries. So can you explain to me, sir, how come you're suing for almost $5,000?
Well, it was because of Mr. Heenan's attitude. Every time I spoke to him, he said he was going to do nothing. Spoke to him 3 or 4 times, and each time he hung the phone up on me. The last time I called him, I said, you've got to be accountable for your actions. What do you want to do about this? He said, well, my attorney says to do nothing. And he says, have a nice day, and he hung up the phone on me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You put a figure on it for me, Mr. Eden.
As far as being a suffering,
Yeah,
kids our age get a lot of scars, I think.
but this one is worth it.
And later today,
He told her to call 911. Police got there. We both explained our stories.
What story? She was drying her hair. You shot through a window. What kind of story is that?
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 16-year-old Sean Oates says he was riding his bike home from the beach when he was struck by Corey Heenan's car. Corey says it was Sean who ran into him.
You still didn't explain to me why the difference of $4,000 between the original lawyer's request and the request that you're making in this court today.
Well, Sean went through a lot. Very traumatic for him. He's got a permanent scar on his arm.
He doesn't look like he's so traumatized, Mr.
He was at the time.
Mr. Rhodes, how many times has he been injured surfing?
A few times, but
Right.
that's his own fault.
Well, this was partially his fault, too.
This accident didn't happen like he said it did. The bicycle was bent on the crank in the middle of the bicycle.
Your son just testified before me, Mr. Oates, that he saw the car as it was making a turn, and he thought it was going to stop.
Yes, well, Sean was in the bike lane.
And I'm telling you that if I'm riding a bicycle and if I'm a prudent bicycle rider, if I see a car starting to make a turn, but I thought that they were going to stop, and he's driving a big car and I'm on a bicycle, I would have stopped my bike if I wasn't going too fast.
It happened so quick.
Of course it did, because
Yeah.
it was an
Accident.
Mr. Rhodes. Not something that you get all hot and bothered over, especially when your son walks away from this accident who was probably driving a little too fast on his bicycle home from the beach with a couple of scrapes. So far, I've heard damages in the amount of $370, and that is exclusive of the injuries that he sustained. That is worth something, and I'm certain, Mr. Heenan, that if you had that kind of bruise on your arm, were knocked off by were injured, and let's say you were out of sorts for a week or so, how much would you think that was worth?
I don't know if I could put a figure on it as far as what I would
How
be
about a
asking
scar?
for. Kids our age get a lot of scars, I think.
Sure, but this one,
It's mutual.
all yours. He had the right way. So I'm asking you, put a figure down for me, if it were you.
If it was for me, I don't know, maybe some lunch and some resting or something. I don't know.
Well, I think it's probably worth a little more than that. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $870. Thank you, that's all.
Excuse me, step out.
Well, it's a question of young people driving a Mercedes have to be accountable.
If I was in a lesser expensive vehicle, I don't think we would be here right now.
I surf every day, every weekend, and surf team every morning, so I had to miss out on some.
I didn't think it was worth the value that he put on it in the first place.
I thought he needed to be taught a lesson. It has nothing to do with money.
I wasn't worried about the damages to my car. I could care less, but I just wanted to make sure that he was okay.
I noticed him just going, oh, I'm so sorry, but that's all I got out of it.
You know, he could have been killed quite easily.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Uslaker versus Choi. Step forward, please.
Mohan and Renee Uslaker are suing their neighbor, 19-year-old Daniel Choi, for shooting at their house with a BB gun. Daniel claims he wasn't aiming at their house.
How old are you, sir?
19, Your Honor.
How long have you lived next to these folks?
About 7 years, Your Honor.
You think you're an easy neighbor?
Yes.
Do
I
you?
think I'm an easy neighbor to get along with.
Do you think he's an easy neighbor? Absolutely not. Not according to what you say in the complaint. And there's been some history from when you were a little kid. Younger.
Younger juvenile, yes.
According to you, you had a protective order
Yes.
against him?
Yep.
That's not about this case. Correct. This case is about Mr. Choi. You damaging their home with a BB gun.
Yes. Accident.
Tell me when this happened, Mr. Choi. Parents, older years, happy and comfortable.
Yes.
So you're in your backyard of your grandparents' house. And what are you doing?
I was shooting my BB gun.
Where were you shooting it?
I was intended for the ground, but
That's no fun, Mr. Choi. Look, at these people are laughing at you. Nobody shoots a BB gun in the ground, Mr. Choi.
well, I wasn't intending to shoot their house.
Nobody shoots a BB gun in the ground. So start out by telling me the truth. What were you doing with the BB gun?
Well, I set up some targets. There's a fence in between my neighbor's house and my house.
You set up targets. Now we're getting to it. What kind of targets did you set up?
Pop cans.
You see, we start from the ground. We're already talking. Cans on.
A wooden stump.
And you were shooting.
Yes.
And what did you hear?
We heard a crash. I was blow drying my hair, and we heard a crash in the back room.
And you found?
Found a hole about the size of a BB gun in the window, in the back bedroom window, and shatters going out from the hole.
So?
He came around the side of the fence, asked me to come towards him, and I asked him for what. He said, because you shot my window. So I walked over to him, and he showed me his window, and I said it was an accident. You know, I didn't intend to shoot your window.
I was just being stupid.
Pretty much, yes. And his wife came around. He told her to call 911, and police were called. Police got there. We both explained our stories.
What story? She was drying her hair. You shot through a window. What kind of story is that?
And he gave them two options. One, to take me to jail. Two, if we can go to small claims court and I can make payments. I sent him a $20 payment in the mail. It got returned to me in this envelope. And next thing I know, I'm getting a settlement in the mail for $3,000.
Go ahead.
Well, we never did receive payment from Mr. Choi. We never received any kind of envelope from Mr. Choi.
Can I see what you say that you sent, sir? No, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
All together now.
This is actually a bill also that came in the envelope. That's one of the bills. I have the other bill here.
Just a minute. Well, I don't see any money in here. Did you send him a bill?
Yes, I did.
When did you allegedly, sir, send this $20 payment?
It was about 3 days before I got the envelope.
3 days before you got this one.
Yes. I sent it in the mail to his house by U.S. mail because the first one I got said send it by like a cashier's check by the mail by U.S.
So let me see the cashier's check.
It wasn't a cashier's check, it was a money order.
Well, you have a copy of a money order.
No, they would not give that to me, sir. Your Honor.
You have a copy of a money order. Whenever you get a money order, you get a copy, you get a stub.
Yes, he sent the whole money order back to me.
Well, show me.
I returned it to the store and they didn't have any records of it.
Below. So how much is it going to cost to fix your window and the siding?
The total estimate is $200.
Well, you're suing him for a lot more than $200. Tell me why.
Absolutely. We've had a long history, who I'll refer to as this young man, but he was a juvenile delinquent since we moved in 1996.
So you're suing him for your stress?
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Punitive damages is what we're suing for, to try to teach him a lesson.
What you agreed to with the police was to payment for the damage that he did to your home.
Sure.
And if he had paid payment. And that's very easy to get.
I have a witness here that was with me at the store that I bought the money order from. She was with me when I got the money order, and she was with me when I mailed it out. It's my girlfriend, Nicole.
If you were to stand up here, Nicole, that's what you would tell me. I didn't ask you to stand up. I said, if you were to stand up here, that's what you would tell me, right? Baloney. And why would you make a $20 payment?
It's the only money I had at the time, Your Honor.
Why?
Well, I was working, and I quit my job.
Why?
I was unemployed.
Why would you quit your job?
Well, my grandfather is not in good health. My grandma can't really watch over him. So I have to watch over my grandfather.
In between acting like a... Mr. Choi, you take your girlfriend out?
No, Your Honor.
You mean you just hang around with her?
Yes.
When?
Just about every day.
Where?
My house and her house.
When you're at her house, get a job. See, when you're at her house, you're not helping out your grandmother or your grandfather. Judge for the plaintiff in the amount of $200. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He tells us that he'll pay us. He tells us that he'll be right. He shakes our hands and acts good in front, and then the next few days, something else bad happens.
I'm a good person to get along with. If they get along with me, I'll get along with them just fine.
He also just
You gave her your PIN number. It is your claim that she stole $600 from you.
yes,
A bank account emptied by the one person she
money.
Judge Judy.
Why?
Yes, the case number 106 on the calendar in the matter of Barrios versus Duquette. Pfizer been sworn.
She did not. She is counterclaiming because she said since this incident, you embarked on a course of harassing her, and she is certain 8:30 in the morning.
In the morning, I had $160, 100 which I owed to the family, and asked me what I was doing for the day. I said running errands. Why? She said she really needed to see me. She wanted to talk. She needed to escape. And I said, well, you can come pick me up. She came and picked me up in front of the Greyhound station downtown Sacramento, and we got in the car.
In her car.
In her car.
Had you planned on seeing her?
I had planned on seeing her at some point.
Okay, and that's when you were going to give her the money?
Yeah.
What did you borrow the money for?
It wasn't even a matter of me borrowing. It was for gas, for taking me places, and her.
You don't have a car.
I don't have a car. She takes me places. She was a virgin.
What happened?
She said she needed to run some errands, and immediately, as soon as I got into the car, I handed her the $100. Immediately.
So far, is that right?
No,
She didn't give you the $100.
no, she didn't.
Okay. Go ahead.
We went to Kmart. She needed to run some errands. She needed some cotton balls, some lotion, some shampoo. When we got that, we called her friend who happens to be here. Went and saw him for a few minutes, went to lunch in Fair Oaks, down by the river. We sat there for a little while, spoke some more to go and take out the money. She said, no, I'll go do it. You're driving, so I'll take it out for you. Not a problem.
Okay, just a second. So what did you do? You gave her your PIN number?
She's had my PIN number. She's had my PIN number because the card is used for cash aid and food stamp aid, and she would, on certain occasions, take my oldest daughter to the supermarket, and they'd use my PIN to get food with food stamps.
So she had your PIN number. And she went to the bank and withdrew some money.
Yes.
How much did you tell her to withdraw?
The $60 from my phone.
And she came back and gave you?
A receipt for $60. And we got in the car. I drove to pay my phone bill, and there we switched. She got into the driver's seat. I got into the passenger side. She asked me if there was anything else I needed to do. I said, no, not really. She said, well, I got to go home.
When did you ascertain that more money was taken out of
The following morning, Your Honor, I get my cash aid on the 1st, and I get my stamp aid on the 2nd. And last of the month, I see we had the food stamps were in the account, so I can go buy some groceries before I. And it gives you the cash account balance and the food stamp balance at the same time. My account balance came up to $39.12. And now my heart stopped and it froze immediately. That was like 7:45 the following morning, April 2nd.
Okay, so that's the money. That $600 is what you say Ms. Duquette took from your account.
Absolutely.
Without your approval. I never gave it to you, right? Ms. Duquette says, of course, that you took it from
Now or
just, I want to see that day,
Okay.
April 1st. Anna, do you have the receipt that she gave you for $6?
No, I don't. I'd like to make a note. You see that there's three transactions, 60, 0, and 600. The one for 0, she had tried to withdraw $700.
Doesn't say that here. Well, it's certainly clear that on the 1st of April, there was one withdrawal for $60. And then there was another attempt to withdraw some money. And then there was a third attempt successfully within a minute, and $600 was taken out. Okay, now I'll hear you.
On that morning, I did pick her up. What happened was she owed me $50. She gave me $100 out of the $660 that I withdrew. That day, I had not known her ATM PIN code. Whenever I took her kids to the store, they had cash. I never knew the PIN number. She gave it to me that morning. I pulled the PIN.
Could you explain to me why there were 3 separate attempts to take out money?
Because she originally wanted me to pull out $700.
Yes.
Wanted to keep her transaction. She had just lost her ATM card. I had to take her back to the bank in the ATM machine.
I still don't understand, Ms. Duquette, why, if she asked you to take out $700, you withdrew $60, and then a minute later you tried to withdraw another amount of money.
That he gave me money all the time.
No, listen, you're not.
All the
You're
time.
not listening to me, madam. You just testified that she wanted you to take out $700.
Yes.
Why didn't you take out the $700?
She wanted me to take out 60 separate, 700 separate. It would not let me take out 700. That is why I end up taking out 600. Me $100. We went to the store, drove around for a little while, and I took her home.
Just a second, and that's all that happened.
Yes.
You mean she didn't say to you, I asked you to take out 700, and you said to her, I tried to take out 700, but I couldn't because the bank wouldn't let me take out the 700?
Well, as soon as I got in the car and I handed her her money and her receipts, I said it wouldn't let me take out 600.
Well, you
So
left
this is
that
what you
out.
got.
Miss Duquette, you left that out, madam. We're in a courtroom situation. I have to decide which of you two ladies is telling me the truth. Whether Miss Berrios, well, for sure I wouldn't give one of them.